Starting series and then never going anywhere with them. A truly exhausting way to live, but here we are. Hey, it's Cecil, and it's Monday, and a whole lot of stuff just keeps happening to my plans for this channel. The biggest and most recent changes were the sale of EA and the delay of Paralives Early Access. I don't do well with change, so I had to take my time to adjust and figure out what I wanted to do next, which is important. Rushing will not help. In this video, I want to reflect a little bit on last year's wish list that I made for The Sims, my feelings and inspiration regarding different games, and the current plan going forward on the channel. So, first of all, the wish list. Stuff we got that I wanted. Number one, another scarf in the base game. That was like in the beginning of the year. That was great. Custom tattoos and placement that came in businesses and hobbies. More purple in build mode, which mostly came in Enchanted by Nature. Fixing retail stores being open when you go to them. That was one of the bug fixes that happened before businesses and hobbies came out, which is great because if they didn't fix that before releasing a different kind of business system, I would have had no faith in it. Uh, Fairies, but it was an expansion pack instead of a game pack. Pottery in an expansion pack instead of in a stuff pack. Playground equipment and child-size slides, except in an I feel insane. Burglars, yay base game update, and more woodworking stuff from a temporary event and also from Enchanted by Nature. Stuff I wanted that we did not get. Color sliders for eyes and hair. Now, we did get occult eyes unlocked for all Sims, so that was still some more for the eye color. I don't necessarily love that. Like, I don't want Guy McDude having creepy vampire eyes personally, but that's fine. And also, like, it's fair. That's just not how the game is built. I would love if we could ever get that, but it's just not how the game is built, so it would take a lot. Lip piercings, also fair. I understand that the mesh is around the face is hard. An underwear outfit category in Create a Sim, which I think would have been super helpful when going through the whole bug situation where Sims were either wearing their clothes as their naked outfit, because there is like a hidden category, and certain mods can unlock it to adjust it. And so they were fully clothed or they were wearing like visibly underneath the privacy mosaic. They were still having like the orange bra underwear or black boxers like visible through the mosaic. Um I think that, but whatever, it's fine. I also understand that adding more customization to that would be a lot on the game, and the game is already trying to dissolve itself. So they keep adding content. They keep adding content. Mhm. Rounded half walls. As far as I'm aware, we still don't got those. Round everything else, but not half walls though. It's great. It's good. I'm having a wonderful time. Searchable personal inventories. We did not get that, but we did get a pretty substantial update to the way that personal inventories work, as well as an update to the notebook and the collections, which honestly, I'm a fan of those, so that's fine. I would still like to be able to search, but like I'm not I'm not dying over it, you know? Transferring items from household to personal inventory in a more seamless way than placing everything on the ground and then going back into live mode and then dragging everything one by one into your yeah, yeah. I'm I would love if we ever got that, but alas. Multi-selecting items in build mode so that you can move like a bunch of things all at once, or even just multi-select in the household inventory to sell a bunch of things at once. Didn't get that. An Alien refresh, didn't get that. We got a bassinet for mermaids. I don't know, 2024, they gave us a headstone, and now they also have a bassinet. I have a feeling that they're not going to get a whole lot more, though, in the gameplay department. Hmm. Um, a healthcare refresh, didn't get that, unless you count ailments. I do not count ailments, personally. I do think, I do think that it's like, I don't know. I do like the ailment system a little more than I like the illness system, just because the illness system is so easy to forget about because it doesn't happen very often. Um, but then the ailments were happening too often, and you know, even a single gameplay kit, still haven't seen those. Also, saw zero stuff packs or game packs this year. That's been great. Canes or walkers, bands, fixing the base game relationships. I know in a Q&A recently they said that they were going to finally make Johnny Zest be related to the land grabs, and I'm like, cool. That's nice. I'm glad you're finally doing that after almost 12 years. Um and we did not get any Africa or Southwest Asia country to inspire a world. Anyways, on the one hand, the stuff that we got was mostly pretty exciting last year. But on the other hand, we are going on 6 consecutive expansion packs with only kits to break it up over the past year and a half. And that's 18 kits, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. 18! If you are in my Discord server, then you will know that when Adventure Awaits was announced, I pretty much stopped playing. I had this level of just like fatigue, burnout, overwhelm by just how many fucking packs came out this past year and a half. I could feel that this was going to happen when Enchanted by Nature was announced, and Adventure Awaits just sealed the deal. Right now we're in a period with a lot of monthly major bug fix patches, which is good. I'm glad they're being given the time and resources to finally do that. But I don't want to deal with it right now. Um, a big thing with a lot of the bugs is that first of all, I like to play with mods. That just makes it more fun for me. That means that recording content or even streaming content has to wait until I'm able to update all of my most essential mods. And when they're updating the game every month, that's a process. And because I don't want to break my game, it's easier to just wait until this current era of bug fixing passes. But also there's just been some game dissolving bugs. And the idea of starting a project, carrying it out for years, like with Not So Very on stream, and then having the entire thing just corrupt itself. I I don't have the energy for that. You know what I mean? Um, I don't love that fairies were a full expansion instead of a game pack. I don't think that Enchanted by Nature had the range to be an expansion pack. Ailments and luck and balance are mostly intrusive to regular non occult gameplay. One of the strengths of vampires and Realm of Magic and werewolves and even Strangerville, in my opinion, is how easily self contained they are. You don't have to deal with them if you don't want to, and the gameplay is tied to interacting intentionally with the pack, especially now that you can tell Vlad that he's not allowed at your house and he won't break in and suck your blood. Um, I didn't get vampires until after they until after they implemented that update personally. But anyways, um with the ailments, my uh, I like them better than the illness system, but also other Sims in the world having ailments is a lot. My Sims woodworking table being set on fire by an evil gnome because some random passerby in Newcrest has the gnome lure ailment is like funny the first time, but when it keeps happening, it does become too much. And the way I see it, an expansion pack does need to affect your game, right? Seasons touches every world. Um, the retail and active career systems in Get to Work actively expand the type of gameplay that you can have. Um, you know, but I mean, even Life and Death meaningfully, in my opinion, expanded life goals and death. Love Struck, again, my opinion, meaningfully expanded romantic relationships in the game. But some of the features in Enchanted by Nature feel like they're only so intrusive. Less so now because they've added more options in the pack settings and they've retuned it a bunch. But it feels like the features were only there to make it past the bar of being an expansion pack instead of a game pack. I don't hate that Pottery was an in an expansion rather than its own stuff pack. Mostly because it was the only real hobby to go with the businesses. Um, but also I like the way that it integrates with the gameplay of businesses and hobbies as a whole. I'm okay with tattoos being a part of the expansion pack. I do wish there was still more customization with the preset tattoos and their placements. I also know, though, that too many custom sim textures contributes to the degradation of save files, which means that paint mode in and of itself is it's a lot. The sim texture cache is something new that I've noticed over the past year, and I do wonder if like saving the texture cache to a specific file so that it can be cleared as cache is meant to do. Um, I wonder if that's why. Um, but you know, ah, more than anything, there's just been too much content, too close together. Every pack and kit hasn't had room to breathe, and even in the bug fix era, we're still getting constantly flooded with new paid content. So, feelings and inspiration. I just feel dread playing The Sims for content right now. Everything I've already said. It was building up for so long, and then the company went and sold to private equity. Sorry, my mic cut out for a second. Already, before I even knew anything about the buyers, made my stomach drop because I'm still fresh off of the rest in peace Joanne fabrics. Before we get too far into this discussion, I want to lay out some ground rules. If you are racist, Islamophobic, downplay the validity of boycotts, bring up piracy, or want to talk about ethical consumption under capitalism as an excuse to. Stop. First of all, the amount of racist, bigoted shit that I've seen under the guise of criticizing the Saudi government is frankly incomprehensible. And yes, my mic cut out again, which means a whole bunch of this got cut, but that's fine. It's good. You didn't need to hear it anyways, because it's stuff that really. The short list at the beginning, that covers it. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism. Um, but when it comes to luxury purchases that you can live without, for me, I will cut them out. you know, that's the standard I hold myself to. Your morality and your code of ethics is yours. So, do what you're gonna do, feel how you're gonna feel. Don't try and convince me you're doing it in the most morally superior way, because that's something that I've seen too much of as well in sim spaces, is everybody trying to prove that they are the internet's most ethical consumer. And it's like, guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but everyone is going to just handle this how they're going to handle this. So, I don't think boycotting The Sims is going to stop the sale to private equity. It's practically almost done, anyways. I don't think that the sale will result in any changes in the inclusivity that is foundational to the Sims franchise. But I also just don't want to give my money or use my platform for free advertising that will profit a corrupt government and ultra conservatives who would then use that money to continue hurting people. For me, it's a profoundly easy decision because I'm already burned out on the game. Even when I play in my own time, it is very rare for me to get immersed for a full day at a time the way that I used to. The constant onslaught of new paid content and new limited time free content through events is so much. I needed a break anyways, and the sale gave me a perfect professional out. What I was hoping for was a seamless transition into Paralives, which I've been excited about for 6 years now. But of course, it was delayed. Games get delayed for a variety of reasons, no matter the studio size, and I understand their decision. I'm also a patron, so I do have early access knowledge of the things that they've been working on, which I will not share because they deserve control over when information is public. But I do know that the delay will make the game better. I'm also bummed as hell and trying to figure out what else I should do in the meantime. I've been really enjoying Stardew lately. I'm fully back into Genshin. And I've got a plethora of weekly freebies from Epic and sales snags from Steam that I've been wanting to delve into. There's a lot of games that I'm interested in playing, so all that's really left is deciding what I play for content rather than just in my personal time. I had way too many ideas, and the document full of my gaming channel and streaming brainstorms is so long, but despite all that, I do have a plan going forward. For me, and how I want my personal ethics to be reflected in the brand I create for myself online, I will not be purchasing or showcasing any new paid content for The Sims or any other EA game. I will also be minimizing its presence in my content, if not eliminating it altogether. As for as far as you and I are concerned, nothing new has happened since in the realm of paid DLC since Adventure Awaits. As it currently stands, I have 0 videos or streams planned with Sims content. We live in an attention-based economy, and any time that I spend highlighting the franchise will always be free advertising to EA. Before the finalizing of the sale, I want to give them as little as possible. Maybe this will make the new owners sell off Maxis and its titles to another company. Maybe this will kill the franchise. Maybe nothing will happen at all. But in the meantime, we're going to be starting a modded run of Stardew Valley here on the channel. Stardew is nice in that I don't have to come up with a storyline. The general story is there. It's just a matter of how we're going to play it. And in my personal save, I've gotten pretty close to perfection. I'm in Winter of Year 3, loving all of the late game stuff, and I think I'm ready to tackle Stardew Valley Expanded. So, that is going to be very fun. I had also done some market research beforehand that you may have seen, and if the polls were anything to go on, the people are in favor of slightly longer, less edited videos, which is great because I hate editing Let's Plays. I would post them all raw if I didn't also hate having 20 minutes of dead air. We're looking at most likely 45 minutes to an hour a pop, covering about a week in game at a time. Speed builds are what I'll miss the most, even though building in The Sims does make me feel like I'm losing my grip on reality sometimes. I love building and decorating a space. The freedom of the build tools in Paralives is one of the things I am most looking forward to. Games like House Flipper and Tiny Glade and Make Room. I would love a chance to play with those one day, but unfortunately, I'm not made of money, so we'll work with what we got. Right now, I am aiming for only one building video a month, and the goal is to slowly build up all the different teapot layouts in Genshin. I've only done one fully built, and I think it's maybe time to get back into it. So that'll be exciting, and I tell you why it's long overdue for me to get back into it. But I think it'll be more fun if in that video I just show you. If Paralives does indeed come out in May, we will revisit this plan again once I've poked around the game for a little bit to decide if I feel like it's a bi weekly Let's Play kind of thing, or maybe a monthly Let's Play until they add more in game content, etc., etc. But for right now, I am looking forward to Stardew Let's Play every other week and Genshin building once a month. That will be fun. We have great plans ahead of us. Thank you for sitting with me through the rambling. Um, there is a lot that I hope to be able to do on this channel, and I think giving myself permission to go less hard on the editing is going to help a lot. I don't need to edit out every or you know, we can we can sound a little more conversational. It's fine. I'm very excited to play with Stardew Valley Expanded. I've never played with that mod before. And I'm looking forward to the stories that we will build. Subscribe if you want to see all of that happen. And I will see you in the next one.